Did you know that in 2026, thousands of drivers across Australia are getting fined instantly, sometimes without even realizing what they did wrong? It sounds surprising, but new traffic laws and stricter enforcement have changed the way driving works in Australia. And the truth is, even experienced drivers are being caught off guard. So if you drive in Australia, or you're planning to, this is something you absolutely cannot ignore, because one small mistake could cost you hundreds of dollars, or even your license. Welcome to NESPath Australia, your trusted source for the latest updates on driving rules, travel laws, and important changes that affect your daily life. In today's video, we're breaking down the latest Australia traffic alert for 2026 and the new laws that can get you fined instantly. We'll explain everything in simple language so you can stay safe, avoid costly mistakes, and drive with confidence. Let's start with the big picture. Australia has always had strict road safety laws, but in 2026, enforcement has become much stronger and smarter. Authorities are now using advanced technology, stricter monitoring, and higher penalties to improve road safety. The goal is simple: reduce accidents and make roads safer for everyone. But for drivers, this means there is almost zero room for error. Even small mistakes that were once ignored can now lead to instant fines. One of the biggest changes is the use of smart traffic cameras. These are not just ordinary cameras anymore. Modern systems can detect multiple violations at the same time. For example, they can see if you are speeding, not wearing a seatbelt, or using your mobile phone, all in one go. And once you are detected, the fine is issued automatically. This means there is no warning, no excuse, and no delay. Another major change is the strict enforcement of mobile phone laws. Using your phone while driving has always been risky, but now it's even more serious. Cameras can detect if you are holding your phone, touching it, or even looking down at it. Many drivers have already been fined just for checking a notification for a second. So, the safest option is simple. Keep your phone completely out of reach while driving. Speed limits are also being enforced more strictly. In some areas, tolerance levels have been reduced. This means even going slightly over the limit can result in a fine. Drivers who rely on a little extra speed are now at higher risk. It's important to always stay within the limit and adjust your speed according to road conditions. School zones and pedestrian crossings are another focus area. Fines in these zones have increased significantly. Even a small mistake, like not slowing down properly or stopping incorrectly, can lead to heavy penalties. These areas are considered high risk, so authorities are taking them very seriously. Parking rules have also become stricter. Many drivers think it's okay to stop just for a minute in a restricted area. But in 2026, even a short stop can lead to a fine. Automated systems and parking cameras are now monitoring these areas more closely, so always double-check signs before leaving your vehicle. Lane discipline is another area where many drivers make mistakes. Failing to indicate, changing lanes improperly, or ignoring road markings can result in fines. These may seem like small issues, but they play a big role in road safety. That's why enforcement has become stricter. Now let's talk about drink driving and drug testing. Australia already had strict laws in this area, but in 2026, enforcement has increased even more. Random testing is more frequent, and penalties remain severe. There is zero tolerance for unsafe driving behavior. So always make sure you are fully fit to drive. Another important development is the use of data and driver behavior tracking. Authorities can now analyze patterns of violations. If a driver repeatedly breaks rules, the consequences can become more serious. This includes higher fines, license points, and even suspension. So it's not just about avoiding one mistake. It's about maintaining a clean record over time. Now you might be wondering, who is most at risk? The answer is simple: drivers who are not aware of the latest rules, people who follow old habits instead of updated laws. and those who take small risks, thinking they won't get caught. But in 2026, the system is smarter than ever, so awareness is your biggest advantage. Let's talk about how you can protect yourself. First, always pay attention to road signs and markings. These are not suggestions. They are legal requirements. Second, avoid distractions completely. Keep your focus on driving at all times. Third, follow speed limits strictly. Even a small increase can lead to fines. Fourth, be extra careful in school zones and busy areas. Fifth, always indicate properly and follow lane rules. And finally, stay updated with the latest traffic laws. Now imagine this situation. You're driving normally, thinking everything is fine, but without realizing it, you make a small mistake. Maybe you check your phone, miss a sign, or stop in the wrong place. A few days later, you receive a fine. This is happening to thousands of drivers. And the reason is simple: lack of awareness. That's why understanding these rules is so important. It's not just about avoiding fines. It's about driving safely and responsibly. Looking ahead, traffic laws in Australia are only going to become stricter. Technology will continue to improve. Monitoring will become more advanced. And enforcement will become even faster. So adapting to these changes is not optional. It's necessary. Now let's quickly recap everything. Australia traffic laws in 2026 have become stricter. Smart cameras are detecting multiple violations. Mobile phone use is heavily penalized. Speed limits are enforced more strictly. School zones and parking rules carry higher fines, and driver behavior is being monitored more closely. The key message is simple: drive smart, stay alert, follow the rules, and always keep yourself updated. If you do that, you can avoid fines and drive with confidence. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to NestPath Australia for more important updates like this. Your support helps us bring you valuable content that can make a real difference. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever received a fine because of a rule you didn't know? Or have you noticed these changes on the road? Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.